All right, not only does recharging an EV require a large amount of electricity, it requires infrastructure capable of handling that much power. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. It's a freaking level 2 plug. It's a freaking NEMA 1450. Good Lord. Yeah, and your dryer in your house, your clothes dryer, also requires infrastructure capable of handling that much power. Man, these people, they are so freaking dishonest. There's no way this guy can be this stupid. There's no way. He's just freaking dishonest. Good morning from Jonesboro, Arkansas. 6:18 a.m., November 13th, 2023, Monday. Look at this idiot. Propagandist. Misinformed person. Whatever he is. On Fox Business, New York Post. Taxpayers are subsidizing rich electric vehicle owners to the tune of billions. Now, I've already watched this crap. And it's this guy right here. Oh boy, he is upset that rich, evil electric car owners are getting subsidized by the government. Let me tell you something about subsidies. Every organization on earth, every organization in the United States just about is subsidized. EVs, subsidized. Having kids out of wedlock, subsidized. Marriage, subsidized. Home mortgages, subsidized. Electricity, subsidized. Gasoline, subsidized. What else? Nursing homes, subsidized. Schools, subsidized. Roads, subsidized. Everything. The government has got their nose in everything, unfortunately. Some of it is necessary. Streets, of course, it's necessary. I wish the government would keep their nose out of everything, but they won't. So here's this guy bitching and moaning about evil electric cars, and he never mentions that the alternative, the oil company, is hugely subsidized. Why? He's either misinformed, he's an idiot, or he's a propagandist. He ought to come on here and talk about the true negatives of electric cars. Lack of choice. There's very few to choose from. Most of them are very expensive. That's true. But if you want to limit yourself, you can get cheaper ones. But not this bullshit. You know what he claims? He claims that it costs $1.21 per gallon equivalent to charge an electric car. Here's much cheaper, but that may be true nationwide. But the true cost is $17 per gallon for electric cars. Yes, the gas equivalent is $17 per gallon to charge electric cars. How does this clown get there? Of course, he throws in the subsidizing, and even that. Okay, everything on here, you have to take with a grain of salt because you don't know if you can trust this guy, okay? You don't know if you can trust his numbers. And I've already read about half of this before I decided to do this video. A new report, blah, 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 seems too good to be true. Pause the screen if you want to read this bullshit. EV proponents often claim they're cheaper to own than conventional gas or diesel-powered vehicles. They are. Except for maybe the upfront cost if you get an expensive one. You get you a Chevy Bolt, Nissan Leaf, something like that, not so much. You do like I did, buy a used car with 15,000 miles, a crossover SUV for $26,000. Yeah, it's cheaper. But that's simply not true. Yeah, this man's concerned with the truth. Yeah, right. Blah, 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 blah. Government subsidies, mandates, blah, blah, blah. Quietly concealed. EV cost at least $53,000 more over 10 years than conventional vehicles. Bullshit. Effectively doubling the price of the average new car. $22 billion in government handouts to EV owners and manufacturers absorb the extra expense at every stage of the vehicle's life, but big oil was never subsidized. Okay, you got raw materials, subsidized. Battery charging, subsidized. Examining the numbers behind recharging makes this very clear. While EV advocates claim charging costs are equivalent to $1.21 a gallon, I already told you this, blah, 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 is magnitude more. EV owners only pay 7% of the true cost of charging a car. Because look at this. EV equivalent is $17.33 per gallon. Good Lord, these things suck. But the EV owner pays less than 7% of that. Oh, see, now the host of Fox Business, if he wanted to be a good host, I've never been to journalism school, but I would have said, look here, you goofy bastard. I'm paraphrasing what it was said. So look here, you goofy bastard. Said, you talk about how $17.33 a gallon if you count all the subsidies to the... He's counting the charges of the charging stations, the infrastructure, the electric company, all that. Say, okay, then why did you bother to figure out the gas equivalent of a gas, vehicle, counting all its subsidies? And he would have started spouting some gobbledygook. He would have started bloviating and not really answer the questions, what would have happened. But he would have at least been a counterpoint if the host would have wanted to be. Over 10 years, almost $12,000 a cost per EV are transferred to utility taxpayers and blah, 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 blah. And how much gas cost is transferred to taxpayers. Socializing the price of recharging an EV while keeping the benefits private. If this is equivalent to socialization, we're socializing big oil. We're socializing having kids. We're socializing marriage. We're socializing home ownership. We're socializing every single aspect of American life. Yoga is probably subsidized. Seriously, I wouldn't doubt it. Everything else is. And I don't like it. I don't like all these subsidies. I have not found a tax credit yet that I like. Most of y'all are going to disagree with me. I don't like the EV tax credit. I don't like big oil tax credit. I don't like mortgage credits. I don't like earned income tax credit. I don't like any of it. I am a flat tax guy. 15% of your taxes, no deductions whatsoever. That's me. None to corporations, none to private citizens. I know my average viewer. I know most of y'all disagree with that, but hopefully we can still be friends. Okay? But if you're going to have tax credits for everything else under the sun, you might as well have tax credits for electric cars. There you go. Socialism for the rich. A transfer of costs from higher net worth individuals to middle and lower income taxpayers. You know what this reminds me of? The only time conservatives, and I may be a conservative. You never know. Very possible. The only time conservatives are concerned about the environment is when it comes to electric cars. Well, I guess you think you're saving the earth with that electric car. Let me tell you something, you're damaging the earth. That's what you're doing. Yeah, like you really care. These evil electric cars. Everyone without a car would be furious if they found out their money was effectively being given away to big oil. I mean the EV industry. But that's precisely what's happening with big oil. EVs. One reason EV charging costs blah, 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 blah. Man, I'm already sick of reading this. Okay, look at this. Look at this bullshit. Right here. A single horsepower, 746 watts. Here's what I'm looking for. Conversely, recharging a typical EV at home can consume 10,000 watts at any given time. That's 1,000 kilowatts. That's 10 kilowatts. Roughly 8 times the power an American home consumes on average. Now, somebody who doesn't know much about this, they're going to look at this and think that electric cars consume 8 times what an American house consumes. In other words, I've heard people tell me this. You wait till you get your electric bill. I've already driven an electric car for 5 years. Well, I guarantee your electric bill's gone up. You just won't admit it. Man, I would say on average, the average electric car probably consumes about 5% of the house's electricity every month. But this guy makes it sound like it uses 8 times as much. Alright, not only does recharging an EV require a large amount of electricity, it requires infrastructure capable of handling that much power. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. It's a freaking level 2 plug. It's a freaking NEMA 1450. Good Lord. Yeah, and your dryer in your house, your clothes dryer, also requires infrastructure capable of handling that much power. Man, these people, they are so freaking dishonest. There's no way this guy can be this stupid. There's no way. He's just freaking dishonest. Go back to my original thing of asking, is he just dumb or is he just not? No, he's just being dishonest. He can't be this dumb. Not and be a journalist. But anyway, both are very expensive. America's electrical grid needs billions of dollars in additional upgrades to support more EVs. Now that's true, but you know what else? America's electrical grid needs billions of dollars in additional upgrades to support all the new warehouses being built, all the new apartment complexes being built, all the new homes being built, all the new strip malls that's being built, all the new Five Guys that are being built. I'm telling you, if you listen to a conservative, and I may be one, if you listen to a conservative, the only thing that pulls electricity from the grid is evil electric cars. That's the only problem we have with the grid. It's not apartment complexes, it's not warehouses, it's not factories, it's not Walmart, it's nothing. Only electric cars cause problems with the electric grid. You know what causes problems with the electric grid? Stupid politicians and their stupid policies, not electric cars. Good Lord. Blah, 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 blah. Y'all know my blood pressure is almost perfect. I have no blood pressure problems, thankfully. And when I was reading this, I wasn't getting this upset. I guess when I talk about something, I get very animated. And a lot of times I get louder than I mean to get. Utilities are reduced to begging customers to recharge during off-peak hours. Now, that's California for you, not Arkansas. Often offering incentives like lower rates or bill credits. Again, this is not the fault of electric cars. This is the fault, in my opinion, of stupid politicians and their stupid policies. $9,000 per vehicle over 10 years, while direct subsidies from utilities push them out over $10,000. Who knows? Again, big oil is also subsidized. Manufacturers receive subsidies too. Oh yeah, that's right, because manufacturers do not receive subsidies for gas vehicles. They never have. No, big government has never given money to the big automakers. No, never. Regulations force them to produce more and more EVs. Yeah, regulations also force automakers to produce higher and higher MPG vehicles as well. The regulatory environment is so onerous and blatantly favors EVs. That is true at the moment. Well, maybe. I mean, the government is really pushing EVs. There's no doubt about that. Auto manufacturers can't meet a range of federal requirements without shifting an increasing percentage of production toward EVs, even if consumers don't want them. That's what the, what's it called, when they first released the Chevy Spark and the Fiat 500e 12 years ago or so. Compliance vehicles. So you can be compliant with California law. Between corporate average fuel economy standards, blah, 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 blah. Read this if you want. I'm getting kind of bored with it. Indirect costs like the disproportionate road damage caused by EVs, which are heavier than conventional vehicles. Oh my Lord, these EVs are destroying the roads because they're so heavy. Yeah, instead of weighing 3,000 pounds, it'll weigh 5,000. Okay, yeah, that's going to make a huge difference. Yeah, right. I mean, the road's already been... If that's what you want to go with, then why are you bitching and moaning about gas-powered SUVs? Why doesn't everybody just drive a Chevy Spark gas vehicle? Why aren't you bitching and moaning about gas-powered SUVs? Because I guarantee you, those do more road damage than a small Mitsubishi car or a Chevy Spark. Guarantee it. Okay. Good Lord. Alright, anyway. That's it, y'all. You can, I'm not going to post this in the comments, but here you go. You can find this if you want to look at this crap on Fox Business if you want to, or whatever you want to do. Man, I like to have one news agency I could trust. I don't trust any of them. None of them. I don't trust Fox. I don't trust CNN. I don't trust PMS NBC News, the New York Slimes, the Washington Compost. I don't trust the, what's this one right here? I don't trust the New York Post. I don't trust the New York Compost. I don't trust LA Times. There's nothing. It is so hard to get the truth these days. So hard to get the truth. It takes a lot of effort. The United States of Disinformation. That's actually what we are. All right. Y'all have a good day. Bye.